Hi, and welcome to episode 8 of my Tram Sport Fever 2 project, Spandau 1963. Today I'm going to use the parallel tool to build a dual carriageway bridge over the river. This is what the finished bridge, the Juliusturm bridge, will look like. However, I started off by trying to do it myself using the build with collision tool by Vacuum Tube, and using these sound wall elements to try and line everything up. But I gave up. Nothing would line up horizontally the way I wanted. So, yeah, after a lot of head scratching, here's the parallel tool. This example sees us putting down a reference section to which we add a beginning and an end marker using the marker tool, also by WernerK. And then you can either copy the street, or you can choose any street that you have defined in the list. In your list of streets, and it will plonk it down wherever you've decided to do so. Now, it's well worth testing before you hit the map that you're really working on, because it is a little complicated, but well worth the effort. So here I'm putting down a different street on the other side, having marked it with those yellow arrowheads. And now to my project. So here you can see the dual carriageway is beginning to take shape. It's 3 lanes in either direction with a central tramway reservation. The tramway reservation is my reference, and the rest all follows alongside that and follows the slopes as well. So here I've marked the beginning and end of a section to show you how to put it down. In this case, I'm going to line it up with the edge of the tramway reservation and plonk down the section of a 3-lane one-way street. And as you can see, it follows the slope and the tramway reservation exactly. Now I just continue the same process. You can mark as many sections as you want. I'm just doing this in small sections as I go along. I, of course, advise you to save your game often, perhaps using different names if you ever need to go back because things got screwed up. I paused the game and parked a pleasure steamer under the bridge so that I know which height the bridge has to be. So what I've also done is defined a pavement which is 2 meters wide, and I simply put that. I used the invisible bridge for reasons I'll tell you afterwards. So here, putting down the pavement on the other side, the whole way through, 2 meters wide, and now we have 5 different streets all lined up. Just remains to change the direction of one of the sides so that traffic will eventually flow in both directions. I use the invisible bridge simply because the style of bridge that I'm trying to recreate doesn't exist in the vanilla bridges or in the bridge mods that are available from the usual sources. So, hitting the play button and the pleasure steamer goes through without a problem. This was a metal, well, still is a metal bridge, and so to decorate it, I'm using Bridge Elements by JK. For this purpose, I've already built the bridge horizontal and not slightly curved. The sections aren't very long, unfortunately, even the one that's marked long. But otherwise, they do the job extremely well. It's very fiddly, however, to place them because they don't snap to the street. In fact, they wobble up and down according to the height of the ground below them. But your patience will be rewarded if you choose to do it this way. And so I've speeded things up a little bit. Otherwise, it's too boring and reminds me of all the sweat and tears to get this halfway right. So there's the bridge. There is a fault where the embankment under the tram section happens often in transport fever. So I decided to make it a works section on the permanent way for the tramway, and plonk down some workers who are in fact doing nothing, and a tram stop either side to oblige the trams to stop before crossing the section that is being worked on. Of course, I still have a lot of work to do on the bridge, especially under the bridge, footpaths, embankments and stuff like that, but I've come far enough for now to be happy with just this. So that's about it for today, as the tram heads off towards the centre of Spandau, which is still very bare and will also need a lot of work to be done on it. So that's it for today. I hope I've inspired you to use the parallel tool. It really is worth the effort for your dual carriageways. And a couple of comparison shots to keep me well inspired. So until we meet again, I will just say cheerio and see you next time.